Hi, welcome to Yoga with Liza. I was running a couple minutes behind. I just signed on, and so we're going to go a couple minutes after. I'm just tagging a couple people here. I got some text messages. Hey, where are you? So sorry. Gotcha. Okay, Cindy, you're there. And hopefully Ethel's there. And I'm going to tag Wendy so I know that Brandy is there. And why does this work sometimes and not others? Okay, so let me just text Brandy. We had a most amazing day today. With made some homemade deodorant. And so, for those of you who are in the medical profession, okay, now my head is here and we're all good. That deodorant is one of the potential causes of several different diseases, but in particular is attributed to breast cancer. So under our arms, we have lots of lymph nodes, and so whatever we put here and blood vessels is easily absorbed into our body. So in the practice of yoga, there is also a sister practice in India called Ayurvedic self-care or Ayurvedic medicine. And this is just one book of, and of course it's going to come up backwards to you. But the Ayurvedic medicine teaches us that at least 50% of everything that we put on our skin gets absorbed into our bodies. And so, again, if you're thinking allopathic medicine, think about this. We put nitroglycerin on our skin and that gets absorbed in. There's patches with medication that get absorbed in through our skin. And so good things that help us get absorbed in. So started making my own deodorant as far back as at least 2013, 14, maybe even prior to that. And that in the deodorant, I use, hi Elizabeth, good to see you. And I'm glad Ethel's there and Cindy's here. And so I'm just waiting for Wendy or Brandy. If you're there, Brandy, just give me a comment so I know that you're there. So we used olive oil, no, coconut oil, arrowroot baking soda, some beeswax, organic beeswax, and these white cacao shea butter chips into the deodorant. And you melt the beeswax and the coconut oil and then put in the arrowroot and the baking soda and mix it all up using a double boiler that Okay, so brandy is there. So, and then we pour them into little tiny mason jars. And I have one here that is an old one. And then when you put the lid on, you want to use a new lid. And the heat seals it. And as it cools, it pulls in and makes a very, very tight seal. And then I keep it in the refrigerator until I use it. So we made 12 jars of this, and great fun. So it is fun. It's amazing, and it feels good when it goes on, and all that good stuff. So I am also going to share a great weekend with the kids, and so that's why you know, some days it just goes like this. This is this is not my typical time because I was at the shore camping with my grandchildren. And so I'm going to say hi, Wyatt, Ricky, Angelo, Ava, Maya, Henry, Connor, Carter, Carson, James, Emrys, Zenaida, Kyra, Manny, Harper, Braylon, and lots of other kids who are all watching. This is Luna, or maybe not watching, and I want to say Ethan, and I know it's not Ethan, but I know there's a couple kids in the neighborhood who also may be watching. And so now that everybody's set up, and you know what, kids, we're just going to get up and we're going to do some movement, and we're going to do our sun and come into our breath. And did anybody see that rainbow out there this afternoon? I saw a little bit of it as we were doing yoga. Step wide, feel our star pose, and then step together and do crescent moon, and come back through and crescent moon to the other side, coming back through. One more time, come out into star. Now when we bring our heels in together and the hands come up tall, and we come into cloud pose or goddess pose. Grown-ups may call this goddess and kids may call it cloud. And then from cloud, I'm going to bring my arms back out. I'm coming a long ways, and I'm coming over, and I'm doing my standing pyramid. And so this week in pyramid pose, I have been teaching a little bit about frankincense. Frankincense, inhale, come all the way back up, has been around since ancient Egypt and is in some of the tombs. Exhale, come on down. Frankincense comes in a little tiny resin, just like myrrh. And if you char that resin, you can draw black lines around your eyes, like eyeliner. Inhale, come on back up. Gently bring the feet together. And so, marking the black from the resin, bring ourselves into tree. Protects our eyes from the sunlight. The resin, the frankincense, protects us from everything else. Bacteria, virus, parasites, pests that fly around. It will repel them. Bring that right foot down, bring the left foot up, coming into our tree. And then again, bring the left foot down, bring the arms out, pushing down, gentle flying eagle. Bring that right foot all the way up in front. Gentle point and flex. Bouncing eagle. Bring that right foot down. Bring the arms back out. Bring the left foot back behind. Soaring eagle for the kids. And bring that left foot all the way back out in front. Bring the arms up overhead. Point and flex, point and flex. Bouncing eagle. And bring that left foot down. Bring the arms out and around. Coming down into butterfly, wide leg squat. Hands come, not butterfly, ladybug or wide leg squat, however you term this. Breathing into it. Bringing the fingers back and around. And a great big lion's breath roar. Bringing our knees in together, gently bring them to the mat. This pose is for Henry. Bring the fingers wide. Henry's been doing downward dog with Grandma. Bring the feet back, push back. Coming into downward dog, looking up at our belly button. Walk our feet all the way through, coming into seated on the mat. And gently pick up our feet. This one is for Ricky. This is both. Breathing into it, Wyatt. I'm not throwing you over my head tonight. Bring our fingers in, grab our toes, and come into chalice. Breathing into it. Bring the soles of the feet together, coming into cobbler or butterfly. Bring our arms up, and maybe that butterfly can fly. And bring the knees all the way in together. Give ourselves a great big hug. Our nose comes to our knees. And gently bring our feet out and come down to the earth. And gently bring our chin to the right. And come back through center. Bring our chin to the left. And come back through center, bringing our hands into heart center. Gently extend the arms out. Inhale, bring them up overhead. Exhale, gently come down and around. And you can be sitting in a chair to do these poses as well. Bringing the right ear to the right shoulder, and I'm loving all the comments. That energy keeps me going. Looking down at the knee. Inhale back through center. Bring that left ear to the left shoulder. And gently look down at the left knee. Inhale back through center. I'm bringing the world out. We're going to pause here. And as we connect with our breath, we're going to focus on the earth and gently bring our hands up. And maybe we bring up our hands and we send out love, love, love. Knowing that love is all there is and of the highest vibration. Maybe you're connected with Reiki energy. You connect with the distance symbol and you send out Reiki to the earth. And maybe you're saying Hail Marys and Our Fathers. Maybe there's a prayer of love and light in another religion. Maybe you're reciting the Heart Sutra of Buddhism. Anything that is peaceful and loving, kind vibration, let's send out to the earth and help us grow and breathe. I'm going to spin the world around, so we're giving energy to Asia and Africa, and I'm going to cover the United States and the Pacific Ocean. And then turning it back around so that we can all hit America and the backside of the world. Maybe we can send energy to put out the wildfires. Maybe we can hold off the storms in the Gulf. Maybe simply sending loving and supporting energy to all of these people. And then releasing the world back. And gently letting the world come over to one side. And as we come into our gentle flow, just a gentle cat-cow. And so bringing the fingers wide and gently inhaling cow and cat and cow and cat and cow and cat. Coming back to center. Now, maybe if your knees are tender, one way to take some pressure from child's pose off of your knees is to put a blanket or even a yoga mat back behind your knees and gently stretch forward onto the mat. And in child's pose, our third eye is connected to the mat. So we're stimulating the third eye chakra. And then gently inhaling up, gentle twist. Come back through center, gentle twist to the other side. Coming all the way back through center. gently lift up, and I'm going to get my bolsters. You can use your blankets, your blocks, um, and gently come into some gentle restorative poses. And then we may do some gentle poses again when we come onto the back. But this is one of my all-time favorite restorative poses. Putting the bolster flat out, and my left hip is to the mat. And then I'm going to walk my belly down onto the bolster and bring the pillow or the cushion in. And gently, we're going to be here for 3 to 5 minutes. I think we'll do 3 minutes on the clock. And so as you're coming into this pose, the solar plexus is on the bolster, the middle chakra that's yellow, the heart chakra, which is green. And just listen to your body as you feel the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And then from here, gently walking herself up, bringing the bolsters back around to the other side. And again, you could bring the blanket between your knees if you chose. And again, bring the bolster back to the thigh or fold up a couple blankets. And as we gently roll down, maybe you choose to have another cushion pillow there as the bolster. And again, holding here for 3 minutes. And again, notice where your energy is focused. In the mind, we have awareness in our mind. We can shift our awareness to heal our mind. From here, gently walking ourselves back up. Bringing the bolster out in front, our legs out in front. An option to bring the legs wide. I like doing it wide, leg forward fold, supported on the bolster or the blanket, and breathing into it. Now, if you can bring your legs out wide and your chest naturally just comes to the ground, maybe you prefer without the props. I am being very gentle and kind to myself today and using props. And then from here, gently inhale up. And I'm going to bring the blocks up against the wall for Supta Baddha Konasana. And gently as I come around, and I'm going to use the blanket here as the long holster as I bring the soles of my feet together. And gently bringing the soles of my feet in. Crossing wide and melting into this reclining pose. And I'm going to hold this one for a full 5 to 7 minutes because it just takes a little bit of prep getting into it. And maybe you want blocks on either side for your arms if you have those. And I think I'm going to use some blocks on my arms. And gently bring them on either side. And melt into this. What? Are you upset I started without you? Or is it thundering out there? Okay, come on, come on. And then gently holding our head in that same position, but gently stretching the legs out. sessions again. So from here, we're going to come into a restorative bridge. Now, option in restorative bridge to use the bolster, the blanket, or a block to support your spine as you come up into bridge pose. And today, since I'm being ever so gentle with myself, so some of you know, some of you don't know, I was going up a little incline in the sand and one of my grandchildren stopped in front of me on the bicycle. So I have a little sore here and a little boo-boo here and so forth. So I'm being ever so gentle with myself today. So I'm using the blanket instead of the block to support myself in supported bridge pose. And so, however, I did get right back up on that bicycle and ride. So, as we come back and bring this, so maybe you have a little pillow or a support for your head as you have your hips elevated with, again, the blanket, a bolster, or a block under the hips, and gently bring the palms up. And the kitty missed me while I was away, as you can tell. She just doesn't let me much out of her sight when I go away for a period of time. Now gently lowering the hips to the earth. I'm going to pick my left leg straight up and come into incumbent pigeon. So I'm going to cross that leg over and gently So now as I straighten that right leg out, I'm going to bring the left leg over, left leg in, and bring it over, and I'm using the blanket as the bolster to support that left leg as I stretch my arms out in a T. Coming into a gentle twist, and I'm actually up on my right side as I'm looking back over the left shoulder. Unwinding, coming back onto the back. Let's bring that bolster over next to the left side so it's ready to go on the other side. Bring that right foot up, gentle circles. Crossing the right leg. Again coming into incumbent pigeon. Bringing the right knee to the chest. Allow the left leg to come straight out onto the mat. Bringing the right leg over to the left. Gently looking back over our shoulder. Again, we're actually coming up onto that left side. Gentle stretch through the hip. Unwinding ourselves. Coming back to center. We're bringing ourselves into legs up the wall. And so gently finding a wall or a chair. And we're actually going to bring our legs straight up the wall. So gently coming back around. And so I'm going to bring my legs straight up against my wall here. You could put a gentle some people like to have a bolster or blanket under their hips, just a little bit to raise themselves up. Bringing the legs straight up the wall, hands by our side, and again holding this for a good 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe you're using the sofa as your wall, and Maybe you're simply holding your legs straight up in the air. That's okay too. And again, release the breath, let the hips melt in, the palms come up. Bringing the soles of the feet down together, the knees come out to the side. Gently stretching out onto the mat. Coming into your savasana. So as you stretch your legs out long, and again, maybe put the bolster under your knees. Allow yourself to come flat out onto the mat. As I sit here, I'm going to send out some gentle Reiki energy. And as you're laying flat, let go of the breath. Allow the body to go onto automatic pilot. And if you wish the Reiki energy to come to you, ask it and it will. If you wish for the Reiki energy to pass you by, ask it and it will. And as you're on the mat, gently scanning through your body, being mindful of your awareness. Gently, deepening the breath, becoming aware of the body. Turning the head from left to right and right to left. Stretching the arms up overhead, wiggling our fingers and toes. Bringing our knees into our chest, giving ourselves a hug. Gently rolling over onto the right side. Gently pushing up one vertebrae at a time. Coming into easy cross-legged. Bringing our hands to our knees, bringing our awareness within. Scanning through the body, feeling the differences between now and when we started. Bringing our palms up, feeling our awareness connect with the universe around us. Bringing our hands to heart center, bringing our hands to prayer position, bringing our awareness to gratitude. I am grateful for each and every one of you. I am grateful for the opportunity to teach and learn every day. May the light within me salute the light within me. And when we are at this place, we are truly all the same. Namaste. Be happy, safe, and healthy until we meet again. I'm grateful for all of you who chimed in the comments to let me know that you're there. And I will give a special shout out, Ethel, Elizabeth Shea, thank you for coming out. Cindy, thank you for coming out. Wendy, maybe you popped in. And whoever is there that I can't see, I am saying thank you, and thank you. Be well. Next week, I believe all is as planned, and we'll be back to Sunday night. I will post through the week, at least by Saturday. Thank you.